Dynavox is a computer for children and adults that have language difficulty. Dynavox is used by adults and children with autism who have had a stroke or asphyxia, cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, or developmental delays. The Dynavox machine helps young children to communicate with others by pressing buttons on a screen. Depending on the child's age is how the Dynavox machine is set up. The machine can be set up with pictures, symbols, words, letters, or phrases, or as a keyboard for the children to type in words. The Dynavox machine can be used to download children's pictures in order for them to tell you a story. The Dynavox machine can be upgraded as the child gets older to accommodate the child's new learning and ability to communicate. The Dynavox machine helps young children by giving them the ability to communicate with others. The children type in or hit pictures of what they want to say, and then the machine speaks for the child. These machines can be programmed to meet the needs of the child and his or her family and his or her school. When a child has learned a command or a skill, then you can change the command or the skill to a new one that the child needs to learn. There have been children with the use of the Dynavox machine that have learned some natural speech through the use of the Dynavox machine. There are 8 different Dynavox machines. Some of the machines are the Dynavox Maestro, the Dino-Write, and the Dynavox Express. The Dynavox Maestro is a machine that you have that hangs around your neck. This machine allows the user to take pictures, write a story using the keyboard. It has the most complete language system for any alternative and augmentative communication device. This device comes with Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and speakers. The Dynavox Express is a smaller handheld. This device has Bluetooth, a calendar, and an alarm, can surf the net, create stories, and share pictures. The Dynavox is equipped with BoardMaker Plus software. Children in all reading curriculums are able to use this device to learn literacy. The Dino-Write is a computer-style keyboard and large screen display. This allows students and adults with language difficulties to talk on the phone. Dynavox machines are as small as 6 inches by 4 inches by 1 3/4 inches. They also come in different shapes. The machines can be hung from around your neck, held in your hands, or attached to wheelchairs. Some of the machines come in different colors for the children to choose from. These machines are lightweight for children to hold. Most of the machines are under 4 pounds. The machines usually have 8 hours of battery life before needing to be charged. Most of the machines come with USB ports for children to download materials to. The Dynavox machines are a touchscreen system that then speaks for the child. These machines allow nonverbal or only limited verbal children to communicate with others.
To research a software called Tap2Talk. It is an augmentative alternative communication device that children can use. Their website states, give your nonverbal child a portable, customizable, affordable, socially acceptable communication device. This is a communication software that can be used on a Nintendo system like Nintendo DS, an iPod Touch, or an iPad, or just on a computer. The software would benefit children, any child with speech disorder, children with autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, anyone with any sort of speech disorder. This can replace the old communication devices. Children nowadays do not want their peers to see that they need help. Not necessarily in preschool age children, but as they get older and they get into middle school, they don't want other children to know that they need help. I chose the software and downloaded it onto my iPod Touch, and I had my 2-year-old experiment with it. He was able to use it in less than a day. So it shows that preschool age children can use it. For a nonverbal child to be able to carry around a Nintendo DS or an iPod Touch, something they can fit in their pocket and be able to communicate their needs and wants, I think is a great bonus to the software. To use the software, all you need to do is download onto the device you chose. Then you can customize it for each child. When you download the device, it comes with about 50 different icons. Great bonus to this device is that you can add your own pictures and create personalized icons for each individual child. For example, you can have a picture of a house and you would say, I want to go home. Or you could take a picture of something in your room that your child, that your student regularly uses, and customize it for what you want that icon to say. Once all the icons are loaded onto the software, all the child needs to do is learn what each one means, and then click on it to communicate. This product can be used as young as age 4, and for as long as the student needs a communication device. You just need to change the icons to the child's needs, so the software is customizable to all developmental levels, which means what a child needs at age 4 is not going to be the same icons that they're going to need in middle school, so you can customize it and change it as you go. There are a few different other communication devices available, but I compared Tap to Talk to Say It Sam, which is another AAC device that is available. The biggest difference is the cost. Say It Sam can cost up to $7,000, which includes the software, the device, and the yearly fee. Tap to Text is $99 a year plus the cost of the device, and I have an iPod Touch and it costs about $200. So $300 is much better than $7,000. This device works just well, if not better, than the expensive communication devices. So if you are interested in learning more about the software, you just need to go to their website, or if you would like to order it, go to their website, taptotalk.com. You can also find personal experience at these sites, autismlearningfelt.com or supermommytotherescue.com. Both of these sites are blogs, and within the blog they talk about the benefits and experiences with using Tap to Talk with their children or with students. So I hope that this is a software that you would consider using with your students. Thank you.
The assistive technology I chose is called the Picture Exchange Communication System, known as PECS. PECS is a communication tool designed specifically for children with autism that uses pictures to help them communicate their needs. PECS is a system where a child is shown a desired toy or food and given a picture of that item. The child is prompted to give the picture to the teacher in exchange for the wanted item. The direct reinforcement that comes from the immediate gratification is why PECS works. Without having to use spoken words, a child is able to get their needs met. One thing that is known about children with autism is that they respond better to tangible rewards as opposed to social rewards. Often it is hard for them to use words to express their needs, which can create behavioral problems. When a child is given a way to clearly communicate their needs and wants, the problem behavior often subsides. There are 6 phases of the PECS system. During the first phase, when a child sees a desired item, they are guided by the teacher to pick up a picture of that item, hand it to the teacher, who then will read the word and hand the child the desired item. Physical guidance by the teacher is faded out as soon as possible. During the second phase, a communication book is created that has one picture velcroed to each page. The child sees a teacher holding a desired object. The child will pick up the picture from the communication board, bring it to the teacher with no prompt given. The teacher then reads the card and gives the child the desired object. Phase 3 is where a child starts to learn about making choices and discriminating between pictures. 2 pictures are in front of a child. These are both pictures the child is familiar with, but one is highly preferred and one is not. The child is then engaged in an activity using the highly desired item, let's say a puzzle. Teacher takes away the puzzle, and the child should pick up the picture of the puzzle and hand it to the teacher, indicating that they want the puzzle back. If the child does this, then they are read the card with the word puzzle on it and handed back the puzzle. If the child picks off the other picture, let's say of a hat, the teacher gives it back to the child with no prompt and waits for the child to hand them the correct one. If the child continues to hand the teacher the incorrect picture, the teacher can pick up the correct picture, show it to the child, and read the word. Then hand the picture to the child, who then in turn hands it back to the teacher in return for the desired toy. This phase continues until the child can discriminate between multiple items. Phase 4 is where a child begins using sentence structure. A new icon that says, "I want," is introduced to the child, as well as a removable Velcro sentence strip. The "I want" phrase is attached to the strip, and the child picks the photo of their desired item, sticks it next to the "I want" phrase, hands the strip to the teacher. Teacher shows the strip to the child and reads what the child wants, then gives it to the child. Phase 5 is where a child is taught to answer a direct question like, "What do you want?" The child is shown their communication board with multiple items on it, asked, "What do you want?" The child picks off the item they want, hands it to the teacher, who then reads the strip to the child and gives them what they want. Phase 6 is where a child learns to communicate more than just their needs and wants. They are learning to communicate about their environment. The icon I see and I hear are introduced. A situation is presented to a child where they see or hear something. Teacher shows the child the icon I see or I hear and then asks the child, what do you see or what do you hear? The child puts the picture next to the I see or I hear phrase and hands it to the teacher, who then reads the strip to the child. Once the child has gone through all 6 phases and begins to understand the usefulness of communication, then the hope is that the child will begin to use spoken words. The materials that are used in the PECS system are relatively inexpensive. The child needs a 3-ring binder with some sturdy paper inside. Velcro is attached to the pages and the back of the pictures. The pictures can either be drawn, cut out of magazines, made from actual photos, or purchased online from the PECS website. The following are helpful websites to learn more about the PECS system and places to buy materials.